junctures where you know what you need to do here today. These two teams are very similar. They score about the same amount of points a game. They're balanced offensively about the same way. Maybe a little bit stronger off the bench for Lamar, especially given the injuries for the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen. But for these two teams, they're the same club for all intents and purposes. So it's about who does it better, who does those little things better. That's where we find our key to the contest, brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center. The largest selection of flooring across the eastern plains of Colorado is in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling. Large selection of flooring, quality installation. That's Carpet Comfort Center that brings you our keys to the contest. And I look at one area of this game. It's the turnovers. NJC lost by 10 in Scottsbluff last Saturday to WNCC because they turned the ball over 9 times. 48 hours later at home against Western Wyoming, they turned the ball over about 48 times a quarter. They could not hang on to the basketball against Western Wyoming, and they lost that game by 20. So you're in a position where you have to hang on to the basketball, and Lamar's kind of in that same way. Lamar, though, is on the back end of a back-to-back. They played last night in Scottsbluff, drove down here today. They're playing again today, where NJC has had a full 5 days off. They haven't played since Monday. Turnovers are typically more prevalent in the second game of a back-to-back when we do these weekends inside the subregion. So the 17 turnovers a game that Lamar averages, you might see 20 or 21 out of them as well. You've got to limit the turnovers if you want to win this game. It is that simple. The team with fewer turnovers will be victorious in this Region 9 women's basketball game. Men's game coming up next after the women, and these are two great series. A lot of close games in recent history between NJC and Lamar. We'll see what we get on this Saturday when we come back. Starters and tip-off next is Northeastern Athletics on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, it's 22 degrees outside with a wind of 22 miles an hour. It feels below 10 degrees. 8 degrees was the last check. If your house is not the perfect temperature, get in touch with local Lennox dealer Bailey Mechanical, 970-522-0471. Let's go to the public address announce system to get this afternoon underway.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Event Center for this afternoon's Region 9 South basketball contest between the visiting Lamar Lopes and your Northeastern Plains women. Before we meet the starters for this contest, we ask that everyone please rise and remove cover as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starters for this afternoon's contest. First for the visiting Lamar Lopes, a sophomore wearing number 1, Shini Adika. A sophomore wearing number 2, Amaya Williams. A sophomore wearing number 4, Alexis Halley. A sophomore wearing number 6, Shay Oyewole. And a freshman wearing number 44, Aaliyah Clark. The Lamar Lopes are coached by Chris Godfrey. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Northeastern Plains women. She's a 5'5" freshman from Greeley, Colorado, wearing number 3, Madison Cepeda. She's a 5'9" freshman from Keensburg, Colorado, wearing number 5, Riley Phelps. She's a 6'1" sophomore from Spain, wearing number 8, Daniela Garcia Gasco. She's a 5'10" sophomore from Israel, wearing number 12, Yali Ben Arush. And a 5'6" freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, wearing number 23, Monique Seda. The Northeastern Plains women are coached by Bronson Moton. Let's play ball!
Tip-off on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, made possible by Stubbs. Hop off at exit 66A when you're traveling I-76 near Wiggins. That's Stubbs. gas, food, and all your auto accessories. We get it underway with the Plainswomen in the home whites, gold letters and numbers. The Lopes in the road blues, blacks, letters and numbers. And the tip-off is one for the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen. Walked into the front court, and the offense will be set up by Monique Sena. Far side, Yali Benarouche, baseline drive, and it's tipped out of bounds by Shea Oyewole, so it's still Northeastern basketball. Shot clock had inadvertently reset. Inbound pass comes into Daniela Garcia-Gasco on the left side of the lane. Drop in, feed underneath the hoop. Riley Phelps gets the ball tipped out of her hands. And it's still Northeastern basketball. Now 14 on the shot clock. Ball will dump in. Quick runner off the window. Up no good from Madison Cepeda. And the rebound is collected by Oyewole for the Lamar Lopes. She will find Alexis Halley, the sophomore from Detroit, who walks it into the front court. Entry pass onto the block for Aaliyah Clark. She puts it 2 up. And the Baby J goes in, and the opening points of the game go to the Lamar Lopes with 9:19 to go in quarter number 1. It's 2-0 Lamar. Walk into the front court, and Monique Sena will set the offense up. Around into the near corner. Entry pass down underneath to Riley Phelps. Her 2 off the window, no good. And Aaliyah Clark comes down with the rebound. Good look for Riley Phelps there, who sustained a minor injury last week against the WNCC Cougars. Phelps comes up with the steal as Clark tries to work in the paint. A minute in to quarter number 1. Cepeda walks it into the front court with Sena outside the arc, and now Yali Benarouche getting into the mix. Setting a screen, Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Sena pulls free throw line, kicks near side. Cepeda from downtown knocks it down. Madison Cepeda drains the long-range shot and gives the Plainswomen a 3-2 advantage. Lopes quickly back. Oyewole, long 3, up no good. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Monique Sena. So it's still Lamar basketball, and our first sub of the game goes to the Lamar Lopes. Tiana Woodson will be onto the floor, the sophomore from El Paso. Notable absence is Ani Zasadi, the sophomore from Mexico. Averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds a game this season. Entry pass, left side of the lane. Hook shot, 2 up, no good once. Second time, Aaliyah Clark gets it to go, so Clark has all 4 of the Lopes points. It's a 4-3 Lamar lead, 2 minutes into quarter number 1. Ball will run into the front court. Daniela Garcia-Gasco looking for a ball handler. She'll toss it out to Madison Cepeda, who backs to trigger on the right side of the offense. Drives to the free throw line. Drop off a screen to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Up no good. Rebound down by Woodson. Quickly running the floor of the Lopes. Oyewole denied entry by Sena. Spin down the left side of the lane, and Aaliyah Clark picked up her dribble too early, and that turns into a travel with 7:40 to go in our first quarter. Inbound pass, Plainswomen facing full court pressure from Lamar. Yali Benarouche will be the one that will bring it into the front court. Yali around onto the near side. Gets it back from Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Daniela on the left wing. ISO'd against Oyewole. Steps back. She'll pop a 3. She will not drop said 3. Woodson lets the rebound. Karam out of bounds. So NJC won for their first 5 in the contest. Ball be walked up by Alexis Hawley running the point for the Lamar Lopes. She'll work it around near side to Adika. Adika averaging 10 points a game this year. She's on Riley Phelps. Drives in, spins back to her right. Hooked on the arm by Riley Phelps. Knocked it in and one. And a chance for a 3-point play on the first foul this afternoon.
Teams first at the line to shoot and 1 free throw for the Lopes. Number 1, Shani Adika.
So Shani Adika to the line. Lopes, a 69% free throw shooting team. Pretty good number as a team at this point in the year. Knocks it in. So Adika buries it. 4-point lead for the Lamar Lopes at 7-3. 5-0 overall run. Plainsman run off the made free throw. Monique Sena is fouled at the free throw line, and she'll garner a trip to the line. NJC is a unit 67%. See a lot of teams be willing to run like that as Amaya Williams comes back in for Deanna Woodson, who takes a seat. You get that made free throw and bang, immediately try and push and flip the tempo back your way. Good work there for NJC to do it as Cepeda buries the first free throw. First quarter brought to you by Better Electric. All your electrical work, residential, commercial, agricultural, Better does matter. 970-521-1030. Aaliyah Clark comes down with the rebound. Quick sprint up the floor. Yali Benarouche stealing the ball away from Alexis Holly, and then Holly fouls Yali. 7-4 lead for Lamar with 6:44 to go in the first. Plainsman facing the pressure. And a walk into the front court for Monique Sena. Sena on the Bank Colorado logo in front of the Lamar bench, far side. She'll drive in, shovel to the left elbow for Riley Phelps and knocks it down. Both made shots have been assisted by Monique Sena. She creates it, and NJC trails 6-7. 6:10 to go in the first. Holly drives to her left. Down to Williams in the far corner. Back to Oyewole, who hasn't had a lot of touches offensively the last 4 or 5 times down the floor. Denied by Riley Phelps. Ball went out of bounds off of Riley. Inbound pass. Fall away too strong from Clark, and the rebound down by Yali Benarouche. Toss it up the floor. Feed. Free throw line jumper. Daniela Garcia-Gasco up, no good, and Oyewole comes down with the rebound. 5:45 to go first. Drive left side of the lane. Williams scoop shot through contact. Knock it in and one. Bronson Moton is questioning the validity of that foul call, but Yali Benarouche was draped all over Amaya Williams. Second foul in the first quarter. Williams, leading scorer on the season for Lamar. Her first points of the game as she knocks in the and one. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for her. 10-6 Lamar. Daniela Garcia-Gasco fires the ball off a leg and out of bounds. She took one step past half, then gave up her dribble. It's those small mental errors that really change the momentum of a game. When you have a non-ball handler bringing the ball up, you need Sena, Yali, Cepeda, I don't care which. Daniela should not be bringing the ball off the floor. Cepeda gives it off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Let Daniela work off ball. That's where she's so strong. She'll skip it off to Cepeda near side. 7 on the shot clock. Fires it off the backboard. Loose basketball contained by Oyewole. Not a great offensive possession for NJC. Driving down underneath the hoop once, twice. Clark can't get it to go. Second time, Riley Phelps comes away with the rebound for NJC. Sena running the floor. She gets picked off by Oyewole. Out in front to Holly. Back near side Clark, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco 1-on-3 got the block. Stop that run at the media timeout. NJC trails 10-6. You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, 10-6. Lamar leads NJC, but that will change, or could change, here shortly. At the media timeout, Lamar head coach Chris Godfrey was teed up as he was immediately on the ear of the official after Daniela Garcia-Gasco's block. So technical foul on Coach Godfrey. Yali misses the first technical free throw, makes the second, so it's 10-7 officially out of the media timeout. And the Plainswomen will have the basketball. Technical foul and the ball. Plainswomen made a sub on the media timeout, bringing Rebecca Segerman in. She replaced Monique Sena, and Ashlyn Godfrey is on, replacing Riley Phelps. Cepeda drives into the lane and gets tagged for an offensive foul.
Foul on the play by number 3, Madison Cepeda. It's their first team score.
I can understand Godfrey's point, Coach Godfrey's point, that from his angle especially would have looked like a foul right before the media timeout. Bronson Moton is not barking at the official, but that almost felt like a makeup call there. Backdoor feed to the hoop, layup up and good. Amaya Williams with the bucket. And it's a 12-7 lead, 5 points for Lamar, 4:24 to go in the first. Yali Benarouche near corner, drives in, bangs off bodies. Okay, I will preface this by saying I've never been certified as an official, but the shot had already been rebounded before the foul was called. If you're going to call the foul when it happens. I'm the voice of NJC, but I understand the point, right, that Coach Godfrey's making right there is Yali misses the first. I think it was a foul, but if you're going to call it when it happens. Neither free throw goes. Rebound pulled down by Aaliyah Clark. She already has 5 boards in the game for the Lamar Lopes, does the freshman from London. Stays 12-7 Lamar. Far side. Holly drives in. Dumps into the far corner. A little teardrop 2, bangs iron and does not go for Williams. Rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Her first of the game. Becca Segerman running the floor. Becca drives in. Little floater 2 up rolls. Rim doesn't go in. Rebound fought for and won by Shine Adika. Quick traipse up the floor. Oh, my goodness. Blocking foul called on Monique Sena. That's 2 now. As Amaya Williams drove in. Did they count that, Buck? Wow. Okay, so you're going to give me that call. Oh, okay, I'll give it to you as a call. But then you give NBA-level continuation? It's one call to make there. Can't say it's the right one. 14-7. And one up and good for Maya Williams, who now has 8 of Lamar's 15 and an 8-point lead. Williams takes a seat, and Ana Zasadi will see the floor for the first time. Zasadi, the 6'2 sophomore from Mexico, averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds. Coming off the bench today. As Yali Benarouche brings it up the floor, bangs iron, doesn't go. Riley Phelps gets the rebound, feeds to Yali in the lane, and Yali gets it to drop. So the first time didn't go, but got an offensive rebound and got back within 6. Ball will traipse into the front court, and Amaya Williams will set it up. Far side she goes for Oyewole. Oyewole passes up an open corner 3. Reverses field back up top for Zasadi, who launches one. It does not go, and Becca Segerman comes down with the rebound for the Plainswomen. Monique Sena walks into the front court as Sena was called back to action pretty early because of the second foul on Madison Cepeda. Sena driving off the right wing, shakes it down underneath to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Cannot get her shot to go. She started 0 for her first 4. Adika comes away with the rebound. Yali Benarouche jumps on her outside the arc. Work on to the near side for Alexis Hawley. Hawley, high elbow. Floater 2 up, back iron doesn't go. Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. That is her 485th of her career here at NJC. Ties her for 5th on the all-time list. Daniela feeds backdoor towards Segerman. Ball tipped. Segerman picks it up, then gets knocked to the deck. No foul called. Ball goes out of bounds. Called out off of Lamar. 12 on the shot clock as Yali Benarouche takes a seat and Veronica Beret comes in for NJC. Aaliyah Clark returns for Lamar, as does Deanna Woodson. So short shot clock, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco says, okay, bang, drains it. They call that a foot on the line 2, not a 3. So 15-11, they might review that at the quarter. On the near side, Adika drives down underneath, drop into the lane, little turn to Zasadi over the outstretched arm of Godfrey, and Anna Zasadi gets her first points of the game, 17-11 Lamar. Near side, Veronica Beret out up top for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Sena uses a screen. Oh! Moving screen called on Daniela Garcia-Gasco. With 1:36 to go, empty possession for NJC. That's their first empty possession of the game, where they've straight up turned or not gotten a shot on that possession at least, limiting the turnovers right now. Jumper 2 up good, and off that turnover of Maya Williams. Now has 10, first player in the game in double figures. Leads the largest it's been in the game, 19-11. Top of the key, Monique Sena. Sena hounded, loose basketball. Veronica Beret comes up with it. Gives it back to Sena. Tosses up top. Daniela Garcia-Gasco can't bang it from downtown. Rebound pulled in by Veronica Beret, the shortest player of the bunch, and she gets it ripped out of her hands. So NJC goes empty of points on that possession, but did get a couple looks. 45 seconds to go in the first. Drive in. Becca Segerman tagged with the foul. Shini Adika will head to the free throw line.
Serve first. At the line, shoot free throws for the Lopes. Number 1, Shini Adika.
Adika knocked in her only previous free throw attempt on an and one early in this first quarter. She misses the first here. Second goes, so it's a 9-point lead, the largest it's been in the game at 20-19. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Monique Sena walks into the front court for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Moving screen called on Ashlyn Godfrey. 7th foul called in the first quarter on NJC. Ball walk into the front court. High right elbow, shot up, no good from Zasadi, and the rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. 18 seconds to go in the first. Monique Sena walks into the front court. Monique gives it off to Danny. Danny driving in, stripped, and another turnover for NJC. That's 4 turnovers in their last 5 possessions. Lopes run to the hoop, shot does not go, and that will end the first. Lamar with a 20-11 lead over NJC. We'll come back for quarter number 2 next. It's Plainswomen basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Centers, we head to quarter number 2. The Northeastern Plainswomen trail the Lamar Lopes 20-11. Our second quarter brought to you by Sidney Regional Medical Center in Sidney, Nebraska. Don't let the injury keep you out of the game. SydneyRMC.com, and they will take care of you. Plainswomen dealing with foul trouble. Madison Cepeda with 2 will come back onto the floor to begin quarter number 2. NJC will sit Becca Segerman and Ashlyn Godfrey down. So Yali Benarouche is the only starter sitting right now as we begin quarter number 2, and Lamar begins with the basketball. Lamar, most of their starters on the floor, with the exception of Anna Zasadi onto the floor instead of Shine Odika, or Shea Oyewole, pardon me. Odika is still on the floor. So the Plainswomen force the turnover on the opening possession, and Monique Sena will bring it up the floor. Garcia Gasco setting a screen for Sena. She drives right side, shot up no good. At the media timeout in the first quarter, Chris Godfrey got teed up for Lamar. 6-1 the foul calls against NJC over the remaining 4 minutes of that first quarter. Bronson Moton didn't get teed up, but got as close as he possibly could to getting teed up in the changeover from the first to the second quarter, and gets a foul call 19 seconds in that was not there in quarter number 1 as Monique Sena knocks in the first free throw. The foul was on Shine Adika. She will take a seat for the Lamar Lopes. Monique Sena knocks in both. NJC had their chances at the line in the first quarter. They were just 2 of 5 from the line. 20-13 they trail. Ball will walk into the front court. Amaya Williams running it. She kicks it into the far corner for Anna Zasadi. Zasadi launches it over the head of Aaliyah Clark, and that's saying something. She's 6 foot tall. And quickly off the floor will come Deanna Woodson, and back on will come Shea Oyewole, who's done most of the ball handling duties today for the Lamar Lopes. Plainswomen walk it up with Monique Sena. Sena tosses it around near corner. Cepeda from downtown. Yes, sir! That's 7 for Madison Cepeda and a third assist for Monique Sena. Plainswomen back within 4, 20-16. Ball walk into the front court. Top of the key, 3 for Clark. She bangs iron, doesn't go. Offensive rebound down by Anna Zasadi. Zasadi going up for her shot. Monique Sena comes up with a block on the much taller player. Plainswomen contain the basketball. And quickly running the floor, Sena gets her pocket picked by Oyewole. Oyewole running in. But Ray stepped up, denied the penetration in, and then a steal by Madison Cepeda on the kick back out up top. Sena running, popping, 3, bangs back iron, doesn't go. Veronica Beret gets clubbed from behind after containing the offensive rebound, and she'll head to the free throw line. I had the privilege of covering Veronica Beret at Marino High School as a part of the basketball run. She was a volleyball player as well, and a part of their state championship run. She is definitely not the tallest player on the floor ever, even when playing 2A basketball as she misses the first. But she plays about 6 inches taller than she actually is. She gets a lot of rebounds. She does a lot of great things. She misses both free throws there, and she's the one trying to chase down the rebound off her missed free throw. She'll take a seat for Yali Benarouche, so NJC back to their starting 5. Veronica gets commendations from head coach Bronson Moton for what she put together. Couple offensive rebounds, drew a foul. 20-16, 8:15 to go in the first half. Oyewole, far side, hands it off to Holly. Holly backs out. Yali Benarouche stepped up on her, and Yali picks up her second foul. Got to play defense with your feet, and that's basketball 101 right there. You put that on the video. Instead of stepping with her laterally, she stepped into her, and that's why the foul was called. So 2 players with 2 fouls, both starters for NJC. Baseline, now Madison Cepeda just picked up her 3rd foul, and she's pleading her case. Cepeda, NJC's leading scorer in this game with 7, will be forced to the bench for the remainder of the first half. And I think that was one of those situations for the officials where they understood that both coaches have been displeased with the way the game's been called so far, and you let Cepeda speak her piece as long as she doesn't say any of the words you're not allowed to say. Williams knocks in both. She has a dozen. It's 22-16. Segerman will walk it into the front court. Segerman guarded by Holly in the man defense. Near side, Monique Sena. Riley Phelps trying to set a screen, and she stayed planted that time. Plainsmen have already been called for a pair of moving screens today. That time Williams pushed through her and was whistled for her first foul. Reset the shot clock back up to 20. Inbound pass, mid-block, left side of the lane, Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Fall away from 8, won't go in. Rebound contained by Anazasadi. And Riley Phelps was touching the basketball while standing out of bounds, so that makes the basketball out of bounds. Lamar will walk it up with 7:25 to go in the first half. Maya Williams on the near side, covered by Becca Segerman. Segerman tips the ball, then going for the jump and gets it. Not a direct turnover, but changed the possession on the arrow thanks to hard work from Becca Segerman, who's out there because 3 fouls on Madison Cepeda. Ball will walk into the front court. Sena drives past a screen from Yali Benarouche. Shot will not go. Offensive rebound, put back will not go from Daniela Garcia-Gasco, and the Lopes come up with it quickly running the floor. Fight for the loose basketball. An offensive rebound by Zasadi after the missed transition bucket. Shot up, no good from Holly, and Segerman runs down the rebound for the Plainsmen. 6:45 to go in the first half. Far corner 3, Yali Benarouche hammers iron, does not go. And the rebound is contained by Oyewole. She will find Williams, who runs the floor, and Williams clubbed as she drives in. That's a second foul on Segerman or a third foul on Yali. They'll go second on Becca Segerman. So NJC already has Madison Cepeda sitting with 3. Now Segerman and Benarouche playing with 2. The Lopes have Adika sitting with 2. Neither team is deep. Lopes only have 8 suited. NJC only has 9 suited. So foul trouble is going to impact this game. Both free throws in
Number 13, Deanna Woodson.
for the Lamar Lopes. Zasadi with 4 now, equaling Clark. And Adika, 24-16, 8-point Lamar lead, 6:25 to go in the first half. All walked up by Yali Benarouche. She'll shove it off to Monique Sena. Sena around to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Yali Benarouche off a switch screen. Gives it near side for Sena. On the closing defense, she enters it into Riley Phelps through contact, draws the foul, and will head to the free throw line. When the game's being called the way the game's being called, we had 10 fouls called in the first quarter. We have 7 fouls called in the second quarter. You need to be the smarter basketball player and go to the hoop. Riley Phelps did that there as she knocks down the first. You know you're going to get the call if you go to the hoop. It's the way this first half's been called, so you have to recognize that in game and make that change as a player. You don't even need your coach to tell you that. Riley Phelps smartly does that there, gets both, 24-18, 6 to go in the first half. All walked up for the Lamar Lopes. Running point now is Deanna Woodson. Deanna Woodson to Holly, far side, entering the pass down underneath for Aaliyah Clark. Clark fumbles it, picks it back up, back out up top for Williams, the leading scorer with a dozen. She works to her left, kicks it off, far side 3 for Holly. Bang, knocked it in from downtown. So Williams coming up with the assist after the success offensively. grows the lead to 9, matching the largest it's been in the game at 27-18. Yali Benarouche, top of the key. On the deck, shoves into the corner. Segerman pull back 3, missed everything. Rebound falls right into the hands of Amaya Williams. Williams runs the floor. Segerman back with her. Forces a funnel into the middle. Clark shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Out of bounds off of Lamar. Good work by Riley Phelps again, contesting the shot from Clark and then fighting for the rebound. Numbers don't always tell the story. Definitely not with Riley. Next dead ball will send us to the media timeout as Monique Santa brings it up the floor. High left elbow, she goes for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Skip across to a cutting Yali Benarouche, who stepped on the inline and turned the ball over. Under 5 media timeout, quarter number 2. NJC trails Lamar 27-18. You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, NJC trails Lamar 27-18 with 4:53 to go in quarter number 2. Bank of Colorado wants you to apply for the loan you need for your dream home. Fully online or at one of their many locations. bankofcolorado.com for all the information. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. Lamar walks it into the front court out of the media timeout on a Zasadi, blocked by Riley Phelps on her shot. Rebound contained by Monique Sena. Plainsman look to run with Segerman out in front. Zasadi gets back. She comes up with the block on the Segerman lane take. Back come the Lamar Lopes, going from left to right in this first half. Zasadi whistles it near side to Williams. Ping-pongs off a bunch of bodies. Fight for the rebound between Zasadi and Phelps, and it's Zasadi that will keep it on the arrow. All the foul calls that we had in the first 15 minutes of this game, and both sides have had a lot of physicality in the first 40 seconds since the media timeout, and none of it called. Steal by Monique Sena ends up being the result of this next possession. Quick run into the front court, and the offense will be set up by Becca Segerman. She goes top of the key. Daniela Garcia-Gasco feeds to Phelps, left side of the lane. 2 off the window, bangs it in. Riley Phelps with 6 points. Daniela Garcia-Gasco getting the assist. Plainsman down 27-20. Alexis Hawley walks it into the front court for the Lamar Lopes. She'll set things up. Hawley chased by Yali Benarouche. Down onto the far side. She'll go for Williams. Inside out to Hawley. Back to Williams, who feigns the 3, then steps and drags up top for Oyewole. 5 on the shot clock. Oyewole drives in. Banged as she attempts and draws the foul. She'll head to the free throw line. That's Yali Benarouche and her 3rd. So NJC already has Madison Cepeda sitting with 3. Now Yali Benarouche sitting with 3 as Veronica Beret comes in. And to the free throw line goes Shea Oyewole, who has been a key piece to Lamar's success so far today, even though that, as she makes the first free throw, is her first point. 4 rebounds, couple steals, couple assists. Primary pace setter on the offensive end of things. She misses the second free throw. Rebound run down by Monique Sena. Quick run into the front court. Finds Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Sits on the heel of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds off of Aaliyah Clark, so it's still Northeastern basketball. And Veronica Beret giving up 7 inches to Aaliyah Clark. Still was able to fight and extend the possession on what amounts to be an offensive rebound. Segerman dropping it in. Ball got free. Williams running. Beret on her. Beret denying tightly, and Sena comes back and gets the steal on the run from Williams. 28-20 Lamar. 3:10 to go in the first half. Segerman off a screen from Garcia Gasco, hands it off, and a kick down into the near corner. Beret to Riley Phelps at the iron. She can't get the shot to go. Takes a tumble, wants the foul. Can't say I disagree with her. Oyewole runs into the front court for the Lamar Lopes. Now Holly and Oyewole will set it up near the top of the key. Taking their time on the possession are the Lamar Lopes. Oyewole out to Holly, near side, her three, back iron doesn't go. Daniela Garcia Gasco fighting for the rebound. It ends up in the hands twice of Aaliyah Clark, and oh my goodness. Riley Phelps gets tagged with her second foul, going for a strip as Aaliyah Clark goes up. The foul called by the official standing nearest to half court, not the one that was 4 feet away and looking right at it. But again, I've never been certified as an official, so. First free throw up and good for Aaliyah Clark. Second will not go in. Monique Sena gets obliterated going for the rebound. No foul call, but it will be Northeastern basketball. Sena will walk it into the front court. Daniela Garcia Gasco will set the offense up. Sena works to her right, drive in, through contact, shot no good. Rebound down by Clark. Quick toss out in front. Segerman riding the hip and taking a tumble. Alexis Holly, the Lamar coach who's already been teed up in this game, wants to protest that one much more vehemently, as it looked like she was run over by Daniela Garcia Gasco. Sena bringing it into the front court, off a screen to Daniela Garcia Gasco. Daniela drives left side of the lane to the window, off it goes and down and in. Plainsman back within 7. 29-22, 1:45 to go. Off the right wing, a drive in by Woodson, and players hit the deck. Foul will be called on Monique Sena, who picks up her first. And Deanna Woodson will head to the free throw line. Misses the first. '27th free throw of the first half between the two teams. Goes in for Woodson. I think we maybe have had like 31 shots taken. 30-22. Sena, top of the key, off a screen, feeds it to Garcia Gasco off the right wing. Baseline fall away. Shot does not go. Fighting for the rebound, Veronica Beret, but it's won by Woodson. Lopes look to transition quickly up the near side with Holly. 1:15 to go in the first half. Far side for Amaya Williams. Williams covered by Riley Phelps. Pass into the high post. Ball tipped out. That is an offensive foul. And it is called as such. Deanna Woodson ran over Monique Sena. So that's 2 fouls on her, and Sena will be given a chance to gather herself and retie her shoe after taking a hard charge with 1:05 to go in this first half. Plainsman and Lopes. They played a lot of close games, but NJC's won 8 of the last 9 in this series. Lost the game in Lamar last year, but then beat them here and beat them in the opening round of the Region 9 tournament in Lamar. Becca Segerman walks it into the front court. Daniela Garcia Gasco near the free throw line, puts a 2 up off the window. It does not go. And Becca Segerman going in, fighting for the rebound. She draws the second foul on Clark. It's probably easier to tell you who has played and not committed a foul in this game than it is to tell you who has foul trouble, because there's only 2 players that have played as Segerman misses the first free throw and have not committed a foul. Shea Oyewole for the Lamar Lopes and Veronica Beret for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Segerman makes the second free throw to make it 30-23 with 50 seconds to go in the first half. Amaya Williams runs it into the front court. Drives left side of the lane, and, well, take Veronica Beret off the list of players that have not committed a foul. She fouled Williams on the shot, and Williams will head to the free throw line. So in the office pool, if Shea Oyewole as last player to commit a foul was your winner, you're going to rake home the big bucks. First free throw up and good for Amaya Williams. Williams, 15 points already in the game, averaging 17 a game on the season. Misses the second. Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with her 5th rebound. Monique Sena runs it into the front court. 5-second differential, shot clock, game clock. 3 for Garcia-Gasco from downtown drains it. She has 7, Plainswomen within 5. Lopes for the final possession of half number 1. Walking it up, Zamaya Williams, the sophomore from El Paso. She gets a screen, drive in off the switch, onto the near side, floater 2 up, no good, and that's how the first half will close. Lamar takes a 31-26 lead to halftime. We'll talk with Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle next. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We'll welcome you back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center at halftime. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen trailed the Lamar Lopes 31-26. I'm Ben Blackett, joined by Northeastern Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. Heck of a football game we've been watching right now, man.
I've had 3 people over in the stands ask me, like, did something change in basketball in general? And I said, well, what do you mean? Well, they're not calling any fouls. I was like, yeah, I don't know. No, it's not supposed to have changed. But no, it's a super physical, rough game. And, I'm proud of our girls team for being in this game. So.
Well, yeah, being down 5. I mean, both sides. There's one player that's played in this game that has not committed a foul, and I think I need your shoes to be able to count the number of people with 2 fouls there. How do you, as a coach, make sure that your guys, your girls in this case, stay calm? I mean, the Lamar coach got teed up at the first media timeout. How do you keep your players in a game like this when it's so inconsistent?
That's a really hard one. I mean, I've coached college basketball now for moving up on 26, 27 years, and this league, and I know they've tried, Ben, to really make the officiating better. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes it's really, really good, and sometimes it's really, really bad. And this is one of those really, really bad days. But I don't know what you do with your team. Like, I've walked into locker rooms and I'm just like, listen, you just got to play. The harder you play, the more they'll reward you. But you say that, and then a kid goes out and gives everything they got, and they're picking up 40 feet from the basket, a touch foul, And I thought Cepeda's fouls, I thought 2 of the 3 were just really, really very mediocre called fouls against her, And she's the smallest person out there, and she's getting hit and falling on the ground, and she's picking up the foul. Like, to me, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but there's been a lot of, dislodging, too. They've dislodged the offensive players on both sides, and that's supposed to be an emphasis. If you dislodge an offensive player from whatever spot they're either going to or whatever, it's supposed to be a foul called, and it hasn't been. And then they're calling weird stuff, like the touch fouls. That's what I don't understand is, protect athletes when they leave their feet.
Yes.
Okay, protect athletes when they leave their feet. Don't call the stuff 50 feet from the basket that doesn't turn into a steal or doesn't, nobody has an advantage, and they call that. And that's the part I'm not really understanding.
Well, weird tempo and all of that to this women's game, but it's been a weird weekend in whole for you guys. We were supposed to play last night against Southeast. There was no power on campus. I mean, how did you guys as a team handle that to make sure that your guys were still locked in and, not freezing in a dorm with no power right now?
That was a hard one yesterday, because I thought we were really ready to play the Southeast game. I know Southeast was here at their shoot-around, and I called and told them, I said, listen, the power has gone out. Some transformer box or something's been damaged. They have not fixed it. It doesn't look like it's going to get fixed anytime soon. And that was at 11:15 in the morning. So they came to their shoot-around. President came over. He talked to us. I met with the coaches, met with Marcy, met with Bronson, and we all agreed, let's push it to Sunday when we know the weather's going to calm down a little bit. Maybe we can get some things fixed, and hopefully tomorrow, which is today, we have it all set up to play Lamar, so we don't have to move that game too.
Right.
The players took it really well, on both sides. Southeast, I think, was a little disappointed we didn't play yesterday. Our guys, of course, they were juiced up and ready to play, and they were like, I said, it's okay. We're going to play them Sunday, so it's not going to matter. It's just we're pushing it, 2 days later. But, I thought – what we did was we handled it really quickly and made a decision really quickly, because that was the thing. We didn't know if the power was going to come back on, right? And it could have come back on at 1 o'clock, and then you could have played. But we didn't know. So we made the decision as early as we could so that officials, teams, and everybody could, mentally digest it and move forward. Because you know as well as I do, when you work with 18, 20-year-old kids, sometimes when you set their world on fire by telling them, hey, the game's been moved, it blows their mind a little bit because they're amped up and ready to go.
Yeah.
So I thought we did a good job, and I thought Marcy did a good job, and our president, President White, did an unbelievable job of just getting the word out and just saying, hey, and then letting everybody understand what was going on.
Yeah, so noon and 2 tomorrow. I unfortunately won't be here, but we'd love for people to come on out here and check that out. And come on out and check out, because a 3 o'clock tip, this is a big game for you guys against Lamar today.
It is. Get out. And Lamar's really, really good. They went up and they upset Western Nebraska, beat them by a last-second shot. just in a really good game, really contested game. Both teams played really well, I thought. So this will be a good game for us, a good test, on our home floor. We're really going to have to play well. We can't turn the ball over. We're going to have to attack downhill and attack the rim. We can't settle for early shots. That's what they want you to do. They want to have a ton of possessions, so we got to kind of control that and play in a less hyper, state of mind.
Yeah. No 5 overtimes today.
No,
please.
no 5 overtimes, and
I
still got a high
2.
school game I got to go
know,
to too.
Right,
so yeah.
right, absolutely. Coach Eddie Trinkle and the Plainsmen.
Thanks, Ben.
They tip at 3. He's joining us at half. Plains women trail 31-26. We'll take a break and come back with second half action next. You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We come back as we head to half number 2 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Plainswomen basketball trails the Lamar Lopes 31-26. If you are looking for the Denver Broncos, that is on KRFD 100.1 FM as they set for the playoff game. That kicks at 2:30 against, as my daughter calls them, the Blue Buffaloes. The Broncos and Bills, first of the 4. They of course, scheduled the Broncos at the one time that we couldn't put them on their traditional radio station on the weekend. So thanks, NFL, for that. But we'll be watching that as we head to the second half, as we've got, I think, all of the electronics that my family and every other family that's up here owns to be able to keep us informed as we head to the second half. This is a ball game for both teams. And the frustration we expressed at halftime on the inconsistencies is both ways. NJC, 2 fouls on Becca Segerman, 3 for Madison Cepeda, 2 for Riley Phelps, 3 for Yali Benarouche. Lamar, 2 for Sheenie Adika, 2 for Deanna Woodson, 2 for Aaliyah Clark. Like, those are all key players that are part of both of these teams' regular rotation, and you've got to find a way to manage it in this second half. Will the game be called the same way? Probably not, as it was the first half, but you've got to find a way to adapt to it. And I thought that NJC, especially Riley Phelps and Veronica Beret, when they were called into action because of the foul trouble, in different roles than they're accustomed to, they went to the hoop. I thought that Amaya Williams did a very good job of getting to the hoop and understanding that, hey, they're calling fouls. We got to go to the hoop. It's those adaptations that you make without your coach having to be able to say it to you that are really important and are going to determine who can win this ball game. Our second half brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Many locations across the area. Equitable-savings.com. I know it may not be the popular opinion, but the officials are the third team on the floor every single game. And you as a player are not only playing against the team you're playing against, but you're having to understand how that third component to this basketball game is calling the game, because there are different interpretations of the rule book. That's just the way it is. It's part of the game, and I will readily admit I voice my displeasure, especially when I don't have a headset on, quite regularly with how a game has been called. And you have to learn as a player how to deal with it. That's the third component of the game. So let's see, as NJC starts with the ball in the second half, how these teams adapt to what's going to be a rugged second half. Monique Sena running the point. Plains going to have their starting 5 on the floor, as do the Lamar Lopes. High right elbow jumper from Daniela Garcia-Gasco. She drains it. She's now the leading scorer with 9. And NJC's within 3, 31-28. Alexis Hawley brings it up the floor. Aaliyah Clark launches a 3 that does not go. Monique Sena goes up and gets the rebound. Monique trying to toss it up the floor. Too hot to handle out in front for Riley Phelps. NJC, by my unofficial tally, only had 6 turnovers in the first half. Lamar had 7, so it's not like these two teams hemorrhaged the basketball like you would expect from two teams. And Yali Benarouche just picked up foul number 4 on the perimeter, stepping toward the driving Alexis Hawley. And again, I talked about that when she picked up her second foul in the first half. Instead of funneling, instead of sliding laterally with the driving player, stepped right into her. That's the dislodging head coach Eddie Trinkle talked about. Quick drive in for Lamar off the restart. Amaya Williams flings it off the window and in. She has 17, matching her per-game average. Becca Segerman, who just came in transition, knocks down a 2 from 12 on the right wing. 33-30 Lamar a minute in to quarter number 3. Baseline drive. Sena forces Williams to toss it out up top for Adika. Adika flies in. And Becca Segerman, no, Riley Phelps was called with the foul underneath. That's 3 on Riley. Both coaches, Bronson Moton sitting with his arms crossed on the NJC bench. Chris Godfrey, who's already been teed up in this game, standing at the end of his bench with his arms crossed as Adika knocks in the first free throw. Trying to keep their mouths shut as best they can. Adika misses the second free throw. Offensive rebound down by Oyewole. Out for a 3 far side, and the shot did not go from Amaya Williams. Quickly running the floor are the Northeastern Plainswomen. Becca Segerman trying to drop it down underneath for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. And NJC will sit Riley Phelps down. This is the first time we've seen Giselle Sellis this afternoon. The freshman from Longmont being called upon in that post capacity. Quick thread in to Daniela Garcia-Gasco to Giselle near side and bangs it off the window and in. Daniela Garcia-Gasco knew that both post defenders were coming to her and made the perfect pass to get NJC within two, 34-32. Quick run up, Daniela Garcia-Gasco swats it out of bounds. With 8:17 to go, Daniela Garcia-Gasco has a real shot of being top 10 all-time on all 5 major lists that we keep here at NJC. Oh, well, we don't keep blocks, but I'm going to try and figure out if I can at least put together blocks over the last 15 years or so. Drive right side of the lane off the inbound pass. Shini Adika with 7. Grows the lead back to 4, 36-32. Becca Segerman brings it into the front court. Garcia-Gasco pops it and drops it. Denny with a dozen. And NJC will take a timeout with 7:58 to go in quarter number 3. They trail 36-35. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Seven minutes and 58 seconds to go. Quarter number 3. NJC's within 1. Timeout from Bronson Moton as NJC trying to chop up this third quarter a little bit into more digestible chunks. As they, at one point, trailed by 9. Now down by just 1. Lopes walk it up, going right to left in this third quarter. Agricultural Accounting knows you're a producer, not an accountant. Agman.co and set up your consultation today. Giselle Sellis in because of foul trouble to Riley Phelps. Ties up on Azasadi, who came in on the media timeout. It's still Lamar basketball as the arrow keeps it Lopes' way. Inbound from Alexis Hawley down into the lane for Shini Adika. Shini Adika drives in. Blocked on her shot by Segerman. Rolled off the rim and contained by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Plainsman quickly trotted up on the near side. Daniela Garcia-Gasco drives, pulls, 15 foot on the wing, and trips back out up top for Sena. Sets a screen for Sena, who fumbles the basketball away, driving across that screen. Lopes looking to run. Adika leading the charge. Segerman on her, now trapped her in the near corner. To Zasadi in the lane, swings it off near side for Clark, who bangs it off the window. And a foul whistled on Alexis Hawley going for the rebound. The rebound, or the difference between these two said, how are these teams going to respond to the way the first half was called? Lamar's just settling for jumpers. They're refusing to go to the hoop in fear that they're going to get fouls called as they go in. NJC has been attacking the rack. This is their first 3 of the second half. That's a Segerman 3 far side. Missed it, got her on rebound, put back up and in. And for the first time since the 8:05 mark in quarter number 1, NJC has the lead, 37-36 over the Lamar Lopes. Quick run up the near side. Zasadi feeds it in the lane. How about a steal from Madison Cepeda as she picked the pass off. And Segerman will turn and look to run and grow on the lead. NJC led 3-2. Backdoor feed. Segerman off the window. No good. Zasadi comes down with the rebound. Quick up the floor. Daniela Garcia-Gasco tipped the ball. It got loose, and Anna Zasadi picked it up and knocked it down. Lead back over to Lamar. 4 minutes into the third quarter, 38-37. Becca Segerman walks it into the front court. Driving in, Daniela Garcia-Gasco off the window, does not go. Loose basketball and jump ball. Madison Cepeda tipped the ball out of the hands of Alexis Hawley. And then Monique Sena dove on it. Held ball, arrow is NJC's. So the Plainsmen inbound to the right of the hoop with 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Segerman throws it into her own bench. So the arrow doesn't help NJC. Lopes take it back, and Amaya Williams, who has a game-high 17, walks it into the front court. Williams drives to her right off a screen, now covered by Giselle Sellis. Feed into the lane, Monique Sena off that screen, covering the much taller Aaliyah Clark, who can't get the shot to go. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Daniela Garcia-Gasco ultimately. 5:20 to go, third quarter. Danny, top of the key to Madison Cepeda. Oh, my goodness. Monique Sena is tagged with, I don't even know how to call that because it wasn't a moving screen. Her second foul. The official that was 2 feet away from it was ready to call the fight through the screen on the Lamar Lopes. Baseline official 25 feet away came in and overruled him. A run shot up, no good after an offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Lamar.
Play by number 1, Rebecca Segerman.
Segerman called for her third foul after I count to 10. And we'll take a media timeout, which will give me 60 more seconds to try not and swear live on radio. You're listening to the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (38-37) Lamar leads NJC. With 4:56 to go, I've counted to 10 6 or 7 times, so I think I'm cooled off now. Lamar with the basketball out of the media timeout. Amaya Williams pops a three and knocks it down for the Lamar Lopes. She is having herself a ball game. She is playing exceptional 18 this afternoon, and the lead back up to 4 for Lamar. Segerman clubbed as she drives into the lane by Shini Adika. Adika becomes the first Lope with 3 fouls. Second foul on Lamar in this quarter. NJC already has Segerman with 3, Cepeda, who had 3 in the first half, Phelps, who's sitting with 3, and Yali Benarouche, who's sitting with 4. Segerman misses the first free throw. Knocks in the second, so Becca with 6. Plainsmen trail 41-38, 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Quick trot into the front court, and Amaya Williams on the left wing. Drives in, far side, kick for Zasadi, who launches it. The 6'2 sophomore from Mexico drains the long-range shot. She has 9, and the lead is up to 6 for Lamar. Segerman runs it into the front court, off a screen from Cepeda. Funnels back to her left. Cepeda near the top of the key. Off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco is the leading scorer for the Plainswomen with 12 to Cepeda, who misses wide left on her three. Her rhythm definitely isn't going to be there because she only played about 6 minutes in the first half. That's her first shot since halftime. 4:07 to go in this third quarter. Ball will walk into the front court, and Alexis Hawley will set the offense up. Hawley driving down underneath to Williams through contact. She knocks it in and one. Chance for 21. It's her third and one opportunity of the ball game. Giselle Sellis picking up her first foul, meaning that still every player except for Shea Oyewole for the Lamar Lopes that has played has picked up at least a foul. And one goes for Amaya Williams, a sophomore from El Paso, make it actually 22. Shot clock, game clock did not get itself rolling. Again, we had the power outage here on campus yesterday that marred up a lot of issues working on the wireless internet is that scoreboard system. So when the internet buffers, it doesn't start in time. Off the inbound pass, Cepeda drives into the lane and draws a foul, I think. They will get Alexis Howley. That's 3 on her, so the second Lope with 3. The fifth player in the game with 3 or more fouls as Cepeda knocks in the first free throw. 18th free throw attempted in the game for NJC. They're 10 of 18 as Madison Cepeda sinks the second. They trail 46-40. Lopes have attempted 20 free throws. They're 14 of 20. 3:45 to go, third quarter. Lamar walks it into the front court with Amaya Williams. Amaya off onto the near side for Zasadi. Her 3 up, no good. Another offensive rebound for the Lamar Lopes and Aaliyah Clark. She puts it back up and through. She has 9 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive glass, matching the largest lead of the game for Lamar at 9, 49-40. Madison Cepeda hands it off to Monique Sena. Mid-block, right side of the lane. Daniela Garcia-Gasco feigns the up, kicks far side. Cepeda 3, rattles won't go. And Zasadi comes down with the rebound. Quick sprint up for the Lamar Lopes. Drive in the lane, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco will come up with a steal from Anna Zasadi. Standings for steal of the contest. Segerman runs the floor into the far corner. She goes, Sellis back out up top. Giselle gets it to Daniela Garcia-Gasco from 16. Back iron does not go. Sellis fighting for the rebound. Instead, got the foul, her second. And that will lead to free throws for the Lamar Lopes as NJC's passed the foul threshold in this third quarter. Riley Phelps comes back in for Giselle Sellis, and back on for Lamar comes Shea Oyewole. So now the question is, can Oyewole get through this game without committing a foul? She's the only one that hasn't. All 17 players suited have played today for these two teams. First free throw up and no good for Maya Williams. Actually, no, 16. Second free throw goes, so Maya Williams has 23. The lead is 10, the biggest it's been this afternoon for Lamar at 50-40. Quickly up the floor comes Madison Cepeda, but between a bunch of bodies, she draws the foul. Deanna Woodson picks up her third. Lopes do have one more. I'm unsure who that 8th player is, but they've only played 7 today. NJC has 9 suited. No Markella Pizarra today as first free throw goes in for Madison Cepeda. Second Plainswoman in double figures in the game. She gets both in now with 11. 50-42, 2:31 to go. The walk into the front court will come from Amaya Williams. Williams works to her left. Back around. In the lane. 2 up. Continuation in and 1 for Sheenie Adika. And the foul is on Becca Segerman, so she has 4. Segerman came on for Yali Benarouche. We've got to go Veronica Beret here, I guess. And 1 up and good for Sheenie Adika. NJC's bench will not make a change. So Becca Segerman is playing with 4 fouls. With 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Becca, pull back 3. Off the mark, no good. Riley Phelps gets the offensive rebound. Going back up, draws a questionable foul, and she'll head to the free throw line. So that's 4 fouls on Sheenie Adika. So Plainswomen have a starter sitting with 4, a bench player playing with 4. Lopes have a starter soon to be sitting with 4 as Riley Phelps knocks in the first free throw. Didn't get the sub to the table in time, did the Lamar Lopes, with 2:02 to go in the third. Riley cannot get the second to go. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Madison Cepeda.
Number 44, Aaliyah.
So back on comes Aaliyah Clark. 53-43, 2:02 to go in the third. The Lopes with the lead. NJC led 3-2, and then briefly in this third quarter, it's been mostly Lamar this afternoon. Far corner, Oyewole from downtown, and Madison Cepeda got shoved down on the rebound. So Cepeda will head back to the free throw line. Foul is on Deanna Woodson, a bench player for Lamar with 4. So both teams now have a starter and a bench player that are playing the same position, mind you. Both that 3 wing, whatever you want to call it. The starter and the reserve at that position, and Lamar will keep Deanna Woodson on the floor as NJC kept Segerman on. Cepeda knocks in the first free throw. 1:51 to go in the third. Both go. 53-45. Shea Oyewole will walk into the front court with Amaya Williams. Williams will now engage as she brings it into the front court. Drives baseline, 2 up and through. Williams with 24, I think it is now in the contest. 55-45. Becca Segerman running the floor. Driving in on Oyewole. Shot up, no good. Rebound down by Zasadi. Quick toss out in front. Running the tempo is Woodson. Trail, nothing back out, so they'll set down underneath. Block out of bounds by Daniela Garcia-Gasco, her 3rd block of the game. I mentioned it earlier. We don't have official blocks. I need to get that put together, but I would imagine she's top 10 at least since 2000. Don't know that we have blocks all the way back. Inbound pass comes in. She's approaching 100 blocks in her career here at NJC. Oyewole off the far side of Maya Williams. Bang! 28 on the night now for the sophomore from El Paso, and the lead is 13 for Lamar with a minute to go in the third, 58-45. Becca Segerman walks it into the front court. Daniela Garcia-Gasco drives, kicks, far side Riley Phelps, re-enter in. Back to Garcia-Gasco, off to Cepeda, near side 3, up, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Amaya Williams. Quick sprint into the front court. Entry pass down underneath. Spot on 3. Zasadi rolls rim, doesn't go in. And a foul will be called as Woodson came down with it, and that's now 4 on Madison Cepeda.
To the line, shoot free throws for Lopes, number 13, Deanna Woodson.
So Lamar's continued to settle for jumpers in this second half after the marring of foul trouble Now NJC with 3 players with 4 fouls. Woodson knocks in the first. She's playing with 4. Has just 2 points. Becca Segerman playing with 4. And Madison Cepeda remains on with 4 for NJC. Are we going to have enough players to finish this ball game? Woodson knocks in both. 60-45. The lead's up to 15 for Lamar. As the Lamar Lopes have dropped 29 in this quarter. Segerman down with an offensive rebound on a missed shot from Cepeda. She's fouled on her putback. And there's the last player in this ball game that hadn't committed a foul. Shea Oyewole with her first foul of the game. Segerman knocks in the first free throw. She gets both there. Plainsman trails 60-47. Shot clock's off. Lopes can go 2 for 1 as they have the arrow to start with the ball in quarter number 4. Williams walks it past the stripe. She's had a big ball game for Lamar. 28 points, still a quarter to go. She drives right side of the lane and is stripped. Segerman picks it up just past half, puts it up off the backboard, and that will do it. 60-47, the Lamar lead over the Northeastern Plainsmen. We head to the fourth quarter next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center we come for quarter number 4. The Northeastern Plainsmen going to need to mount a comeback, trailing 60-47. We'll welcome you back on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Rudy's Tires. Several locations across the area, so there's always one close by. Visit rudystires.com for more information. Lamar scored 29 in quarter number 3. NJC scored 21, most of it from the free throw line. We had 38 combined fouls through the first 3 quarters. Far corner 3 from Oyewole. She bangs back iron, doesn't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with her 8th rebound of the game. Danny will toss it out in front to Monique Senu. Sprints up the floor through contact, knocks it down. Does not get an and one, but has 4. Nice dish out in front, and NJC gets the opening points of this fourth quarter. Far side, Oyewole. She tosses it toward the top, and Sena going for it, then pulled back, and Oyewole threw it wide of the intended target. And the Lopes come up with the turnover. By my unofficial tally, 13th turnover of the game for the Lamar Lopes. NJC only has 8. Monique Sena will set the offense up. Sena out up top for Daniela Garcia-Gasco to Monique. Her 3 up, no good. The rebound, Karam's far side, and Anna Zasadi runs it down. Zasadi tosses it up the floor near side for Williams. Williams drives in from 15, back iron, does not go. A rebound pulled down for the Lamar Lopes, and 3 in the key as Aaliyah Clark ultimately came up with the basketball, but she'd not vacated. Before that loose basketball ultimately came to her. So NJC forces an empty points possession. Walk into the front court for Madison Cepeda to Monique Sena near side. 3 up, no good. Yali Benarouche fighting for the rebound, but it's won by Anna Zasadi again. Zasadi with 10 rebounds in the game to go with 9 points. Oyewole, far side, drives in, scoop off the window, tumbles in. Her first field goal of the game. All 7 players have scored for the Lamar Lopes now. Veronica Beret is the only of the Plainswomen that has not scored. Oh, and Ashlyn Godfrey, she played in the first half. Baseline jumper up, no good from Yali Benarouche. Spent most of the third quarter sitting with her 4th foul. Quick toss out in front. Shot off the mark, no good from Aaliyah Clark, and the rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. She has 9 in the game. Quick sprint up. Monique Sena driving in on Amaya Williams, and Williams whistle for her 2nd foul. That will put Monique Sena at the free throw line.
Foul play by number 2, Amaya Williams. It's her 2nd, team's first.
Veronica Beret comes in for Madison Cepeda. 7:47 to go. If you can get Cepeda to the under 5 media timeout before you bring her back in, I think you're going to be fine. With 4 fouls, you're willing to take a chance on Yali Benarouche. His first free throw does not go for Monique Sena. Monique gets the second to go. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Plainswomen down 62-50. With 7:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Shea Oyewole for the Lamar Lopes on the left wing. Covered by Becca Segerman. Out up top. Reverse field back near side. That was a kick ball on the end. Segerman did a good job of getting as big as she could mid-air. Bump that shot clock back up to 20. Alexis Holly trailing toward the top. How about another steal this time for NJC's Veronica Beret as she tips the pass. Quick up the floor. Beret brings it. Sena to Garcia-Gasco, and a moving screen called on Veronica Beret, her 2nd. Bronson Moton, the Plains women coach, saying, hey, that's 5 moving screens to 0. He's not wrong. That's how many moving screens have been called in this one. How about another steal from Veronica Beret, tenaciously keeping at it. 6:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Daniela Garcia-Gasco drives in. On the elbow, Aaliyah Clark catches her, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco will head to the free throw line for the first time in the game.
Checking in from Lopes, number 1, Jenny Adika.
Garcia-Gasco will shoot free throws. That leaves Alexis Holly as the only player that has not attempted a free throw in this game now. Everybody's committed a foul. Now once Danny attempts this first free throw, Holly's the only one that has not attempted one either way. First free throw is good for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Leads NJC in scoring in 13. Trying to get them within 10. Cannot get the second to go, and an 11th rebound of the game for Aaliyah Clark. Lopes have definitely controlled the glass today with Clark and Zasadi. 62-51. Zasadi high post, drives in on Daniela Garcia-Gasco, kicks near side. 3 up, no good for Amaya Williams. An offensive rebound down by Shini Adika, and she knocks it back in. Adika, 1 of 2 in double figures for the Lamar Lopes. Now with 13, has Daniela Garcia-Gasco in the lane. Shots 1 up, no good, and we get a jump ball. Arrow is NJC's on the rebound after Williams came up with it. Garcia-Gasco and Benarouche over there to duly possess with her and keep things NJC's way. Drop in on the near side from Becca Segerman, and she stepped on the sideline as Yali Benarouche handed it off to her. 64-51 with 6:05 to go, third quarter. Lamar with the lead, and Alexis Hawley will walk it into the front court. Williams drives in, toss out up top. In goes Clark, and it's stolen away by Monique Senna, her third steal of the game. Senna will run the floor herself, dishing near side. Veronica Murray off the window and knocks it in. Plainsman use a timeout with 5:46 to go in this fourth quarter, trailing 64-53. More action next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Quarter number 4. The Northeastern Plainsmen trail the Lamar Lopes 64-53. So welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. The Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen have not led much of this ball game. Trying to battle their way back after trailing by as many as 15 last quarter. Ball will walk into the front court for the Lamar Lopes, going from right to left. And ball went out of bounds. Lamar coach Chris Godfrey, who got teed up in the first quarter, trying his best to implore for fouls for his team, without coming up with that second technical. Lamar, I believe, plays on Tuesday at home, if memory serves correct. 3 near the top of the key for Zasadi. Bangs iron, doesn't go in, and Monique Sena comes down with the rebound. She'll toss it off to Cepeda. Cepeda and Sena run. 3 for Monique near the top of the key. Zasadi comes away with her 11th rebound of the ball game. Still 64-53 halfway through the quarter, and an offensive foul called. Veronica Beret stepped in and took the charge. Took out Madison Cepeda with her. Zana Zasadi ran her over. The Plainsmen forced that empty possession again. Now, the official going over to the scorebook to ensure that the foul count is correct on the scoreboard. They've only called 4 fouls in this fourth quarter. I think maybe they feel that's a little low. 64-53, NJC still down 11. Yali Benarouche enters it in. Daniela Garcia-Gasco near side. Veronica Beret, jumper up, no good, and Amaya Williams comes down with the rebound. Quick trot back into the front court. Offense looking to be set up for Lamar, but they're trying to take their time here as well. Veronica Beret hounding Amaya Williams, who has 28. Williams spins, pulls up, left elbow, banks it in, make it 30 in the game for Williams. 10 of 13 from the floor, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. She's only 2 of 3 from 3. Plainsmen down 13 as Monique Sena is covered by Adike. Onto the near side for Yali Benarouche, and then onto the corner for Cepeda. Back out to Daniela Garcia-Gasco with 9 left on the shot clock. She drives in, jump ball, arrow goes to Lamar. If you're Lamar, having gone on the road to WNCC, then to NJC, you come away 1-1 on the weekend, you're happy. And they're 3 minutes and 55 seconds away from doing just that. If you're NJC, you now need to win tomorrow against Southeast to have gone 1-1 in this home opening weekend and avoid an 0-3 start. Steal by Yali Benarouche. Monique Sena running the floor into contact from Amaya Williams. She'll head to the free throw line. Of course, NJC was supposed to have played Southeast yesterday, but a power outage here on campus prevented us from playing. Timeout will be taken by the Northeastern Plainswomen with 3:37 to go, as Lamar just picked up their fourth foul. We'll keep it here, though. NJC and Southeast will play tomorrow at noon. Invite you to come out to the Bank of Colorado Event Center and see those games. I will not be here. I have a family obligation that I'm not moving to cover those games for. So I invite you to come out and see that tomorrow, noon and 2. We'll be back on the air with NJC when they go to North Platte on the 28th of January. That'll be our next NJC broadcast following the women's and men's games here today. And we're on a stretch of quite a bit of NJC. The 28th, the 31st, and here the 4th and the 5th. I have high school the 3rd and the 6th. So plenty of great basketball coming up. Make sure you follow the Eastern Plains Sports Network on social media at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and at Eastern Plains SN on X, as well as our Spotify pages. Western Engineering Consultants, big firm products, small firm relationships, westerneci.com for more. Monique Sena to the line for NJC out of the timeout. NJC has one remaining, trailing 66-53 with 3:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, if you're tuning in locally looking for the Denver Broncos on radio, well, that's over on KRFD 100.1 FM. Monique Sena knocks in the first free throw. We have Sterling over on 105.7 KPMX. They just about to get it underway against Forge Christian. Sena knocks in both. Sena has 7, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Plainswomen hounding in the backcourt. Past the stripe runs Alexis Holly. Holly on the far side. Ball tipped by Sena. Lamar finally gets into their offense with 12 on the shot clock and heaves up a 3 off the near side that went off window, not iron, on the miss from Amaya Williams. Drop in and a handoff. Williams with now 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it off near side after have an emergency 3 up. No good from Clark. And Monique Sena comes down with the rebound. No look dish. Yali Benarouche out in front for Madison Cepeda. She lays it up and in. Cepeda now with 15 to lead NJC in scoring. They're back down by just 9. 66-57. And a timeout will be taken by the Lamar Lopes. They'll take a 30 as they have one of those remaining. Plainswomen and Lopes will play again Valentine's Day down in Lamar. So one of 2 meetings on the year in this sub-region. We're now all sub-region the rest of the way for both the women and men's programs. All the games that count. The only way you are seeded for the Region 9 tournament. It's not your overall season record. It's not what you did in November, December, or even early January. It's only against your sub-region. Top 6 get in. Top 2 get the bye into the quarterfinal round. Got to be top 4. So you either get the bye as the 1 or 2 or host as a 3 or 4. You want that home game to try and get into that quarterfinal round. Northside hosting the Region 9 tournament this year after the South hosted it last year in Scotts Bluff. 2:40 to go, 66-57 Lamar. And Monique Sena picks up her 3rd foul, reaching for the ball. You've got to try and maybe extend this game a little bit. So maybe some of the give that you're getting here on these fouls. Senna hounding Amaya Williams, who's hands down been the best player in the gym today. Her pass, though, is tipped by Yali Benarouche and ultimately contained by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. So NJC forces the stop. Monique Senna with it past half on the Bank of Colorado logo in front of the stands near side. Out up top for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Behind the back, then spin back to her right off the window, won't go. Rebound is contained by Shine Adika, and then her pass is stolen away by Madison Cepeda to Veronica Beret, who reins it in! And the final timeout taken by NJC with 1:59 to go in quarter number 4. Veronica Beret reins it in, and NJC is within 2 possessions. This one is far from over. The most unlikeliest of heroes there in Veronica Beret. Typically her job is defense and rebounds. Open corner 3. I've known her virtually her entire life. Watched her grow up, watched her develop as an athlete, now to get to cover her here at NJC and to see a shot like that, but still a long ways from being done. Got to defend as the Lopes have the basketball. NJC out of timeouts, 1:55 to go. Running it past half is Amaya Williams. Williams around near side, down on the baseline. Daniela Garcia-Gasco trying to stop Aaliyah Clark. Clark got popped on the elbow, will go to the line and one after burying the bucket to try and grow the lead back to 9. It's the second foul in the game on Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Clark, first and 1 of the game, knocks it in. Third Lope in double figures, and she has a double-double with 10 and 10. Minute 40 to go, 69-60 Lamar. Madison Cepeda past the stripe with Yali Benarouche. Yali gives it off to Danny on the right wing to Yali. Screen set by Danny. Yali blows past it right to the window, bangs it in. Yali first point since the first quarter. She has 5 in the game. NJC within 7. Monique Senna will give a foul. That is now her 4th foul. And that is the team's 4th foul. No, that's just the 3rd foul. No, that was the 4th on NJC. Scoreboard late getting the team foul updated as the individual was up there first. Minute 15 to go, down 7. Right side of the lane drive for Alexis Hawley. Hawley slips and falls, but was helped on the slip and fall by Madison Cepeda. NJC's leading scorer today with 15 is done. So Cepeda has fouled out of the basketball game. NJC will take their full 15 seconds, and Bronson Moton is eyeballing the official. They'd already given Alexis Hawley the basketball to shoot free throws. I'll go back to Becca Segerman. So 70-62. They'll count the first free throw as Alexis Hawley was the last player to have not attempted a free throw in this game. Try and get this up to a 9-point game. She does. 71-62. 1:05 to go, 4th quarter. Yali Benarouche walks it up. Segerman into Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Doubled as she works in to Beret, far corner. Beret with the cross and the baseline drive. Shovels in near corner for Yali for 3. And they just teed up Bronson Moton. Surprised it took him till 54 seconds left in this game to get teed up, given the way this game has gone. Both coaches have now been teed up for protesting calls today. And I think they both would very happily take the tees for standing up for their players for how horribly this game has been called. I don't call officials out very often on air, but deserved today. 73-62. Lamar is going to take the win. They'll go 1-1 to open up Region 9 South play. NJC will fall to 0-2, making tomorrow a must-win to avoid an 0-3 start. They actually started 0-4 last year, did NJC in Region 9 South play, before ultimately making the quarterfinals with a hot finish. Lopes will tick it around, and Alexis Holly will have it. Men's game will come up probably about a 3:15 start. Near side three for Anna Zasadi, up no good. Rebound run down by Becca Segerman, far side. Madison Cepeda with 15. Daniela Garcia Gasco with 13 and 9. 3 blocks as well. Monique Sena, though, to me, is the player that has done it from start to finish. She'll be my DDC Plainswoman of the contest. 7 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 assists. The final score goes Lamar 73, NJC 62. The Plainswomen fall to 0-2 in Region 9 South play. Plains men basketball coming up next. You're not going to want to miss a great addition to this rivalry, NJC and Lamar. Great history on the men's side. Tips about 3:15 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.